Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's customer webinar. Thank you very much for taking the time to attend. Today's topic is Marketing Your Academic Library App 101, Tips and Tools for Effective Promotion. My name is Katie Stinson, and I'm the account manager here at Boopsie for Libraries. I want to start out with a few housekeeping tips before we begin. I typically leave everyone on mute during these webinars just to avoid any audio issues, but feel free to type in questions to the question box on your dashboard at any time. So here's a quick overview of the topics we'll be covering in today's webinar. We'll cover the basic marketing techniques, which is pretty similar for both public and academic libraries. Of course, there will be the website and print promotions, but we'll also discuss in-library collateral and video promotions as well. So you've launched your app and are trying to get your students to download it. Well, some students may happen upon the app without the library or the campus's help. Others will have to be guided to your app. So what's so great about your app? Your app is a reflection of your library and its resources. In order to increase the awareness of these resources, you need to market them to your students. Website promotion is the single most important step you can take to promote your mobile app to your students. Homepage promotion is specifically is the most effective. We recommend prominent placement using the old newspaper term above the fold, so web users don't have to scroll down the page to see the ad. It's a great way to let your community know that your app is available on every mobile device, including Apple and Android devices, as well as Windows. Here is an example from the Brown University Library. If you look down here in the lower right-hand portion of your screen, you have your social media icons, the blogs, the Twitter, the Facebook. We also have this little icon here that says mobile, and that's actually to their library's app. And so if you actually click on mobile, which I'm not going to be able to since it's a screenshot, you actually go to the library's pin.boopsie.com page. And so what is the pin.boopsie.com page? Basically what it is if you click on it on a computer, you'll see this screen. And on the screen, you can go and download the app here. You can use your phone to scan the QR code right here. And there's also this nice little detail about the library app and kind of like what's available in it. And then you have here is a nice little demo, like a computer version demo of the app itself. So just a quick overview of what the app looks like for your students. And just in case I didn't mention it before, is that if you actually go to mobile.boopsie.com, which is actually M-O-B-U-L, not mobile as in like mobile app, you can your device will automatically register with the website and actually send you to the appropriate app store for your device. All right, so here is an example of a dedicated landing page for your app. So once your patrons click on your great homepage ad, you should direct them to a dedicated landing page on your website that promotes your app. So we have some landing page mockups on our marketing materials page, which I'll discuss later for you to use. This specifically is for the University of Auckland's library mobile app. And as you can see, not only does it have information about the app and, the screenshots, it also includes what kind of features are available and super obvious buttons that say, available on the App Store, available on the Google Play Store. So, your students or their students can quickly see, this is what I'm getting, this is how I can use it, and this is where I can get it from. And here is an example of actually the landing page for your app that is on our website. As you can see, here is it's the library's name. It has the QR code, which would do the same thing. If you scan it on your device, it automatically opens to the appropriate website. And then there's kind of, the information like where the library is located at, how far is it from your current location. And then the demo, just like with the pin.boopsie.com page, a brief description of the app, and the download the app now button, which is just like the QR code. It automatically downloads the app to your device. So here's where we get a little bit into the fun stuff. So we know that students like making videos, like this great Study Like a Scholar video from the students at the Harold B. Lee Library at the BYU. Oh no, it's not going to let me play. Let's see. All right, so okay, so it's just a quick little preview, super hype about the library and how you can use the library to help study like a scholar. Really fun. It's a great collaboration for the students. And then, of course, we have on the opposite spectrum, we have the libraries creating the videos. So this is actually an example from one of our customers. The LaPorte County Public Library did a parody of Blank Space for their library. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward a little bit, though. And I promise this all comes to, a fruition at the end. So what happens when they come together? Then you have libraries with their students and the library staff. They get together to make these really fun videos about the library and, what they can do to help you out as a student. All right, let's fast forward a little bit. Okay, so as you can see, this wasn't just a whole bunch of awesome videos that I was able to find on YouTube, but there's actually a point to this, as these exciting, fun videos, the skips, the sing-alongs. It's a really actually good way that you could use to help engage your students to learn more about your resources, be it, if you have Overdrive or Zenio or, EBSCOhost or ProQuest, I'm sure you can come up with a really cool video about that. But it's also saying, hey, like, we have a mobile app that you can use in order to access these resources no matter where you go. And I have one more left because I absolutely adored this one, so just bear with me. All right, now that you're going to have this wonderful song stuck in your back of your head, we're going to go on to the next one because while I had a lot of fun, I'm sure that, there's other things we can talk about. So we actually offer marketing materials for our customers for free on our website. If you just go to www.boopsie.com/marketing-materials. And so this has, everything from flyers, excuse me, flyers to email newsletter suggestions, press release promotion templates, any, flyers that you can hang up on your wall, flyers for your website. So just a lot of different kind of resources. And here on the right is actually one of the banners that we've worked with Endicott to actually create for their, it was a back to school kind of thing. So, you have the screenshots of their app, their their map, their main menu, their catalog, or their events feed, what devices this is available on, and just a nice little blurb about the app, as well as a quick QR code and an easy place that you can go to download the app to your device. So why should you market your app? Here is a nice little chart that compares the usage stats from two major West Coast cities from January 2014 to January 2015. The cities are of comparable populations. The library serves similar population sizes, and their website have similar numbers of unique visitors per month. But the primary difference between these two libraries in the test was the method of promoting their library app. So the library that actively promoted their app with a banner on their homepage and included a brief call to action received an average of 13,663 new app users per month, as opposed to the library that relied solely on in-library promotion, such as bookmarks, flyers, and tabletop displays. They only received an average of 3,031 new users a month. So these ones specifically are actually public libraries, but the idea still would reign the same for your library, your academic library. So while it actually might have more of an effect because as everybody knows, as students walk through campus, they pretty much either have a cell phone or a laptop or a tablet on them at all times, and if they're not on those devices, they're probably sleeping. Another good way for your app to kind of help out in your library is being able to increase your ROI on these e-resources, because your app helps them become more visible to your students and your patrons. So in this case, we have the Seattle Public Library's digital downloadable media that's been increasing steeply increasing from 2010 to 2012, but it was always on the rise, which is coincidentally around the time that they actually started their mobile app. Another example is for Frisco Public Library experienced a tremendous growth in the 3M Cloud library resources. For Frisco, nearly 40% of their users came from Boopsie. So marketing, your app is a great tool, but be sure you're using it effectively. I've mentioned, using marketing to kind of help promote your app, but I don't necessarily mean that you should put a QR code over every urinal and every bathroom stall. Definitely be overkill, but there's a few ways that you can easily promote your app. So when I was at the University of Michigan libraries, when I was working during the summer, the one constant that we had was always these student orientation tours, be it prospective or first-year students. These student-led groups of prospects and first-year students would meander through, the central campus, learning about, popular Michigan facts and trivia, and we'd eventually make our way to the undergraduate library, which is I've actually included examples. So the top right corner is actually the Shapiro Undergraduate Library after its renovation. And the bottom picture is students walking in the water fountain that's, I think it's the Trevi Fountain, could be wrong there, walking from Rackham Hall, which is our graduate, toward actually the undergraduate library, which is kind of like a freshman orientation kind of rite of passage. So, once they make it to the undergraduate library, the students and their families would huddle in the entrance of the library and listen to the students tell them, about the ugly and how it came to be named that way and all this, this fun facts about the library. But as a staff member, we'd never really interact much with the students in, these groups, which, now that I'm thinking back, would actually be a perfect time to introduce the fact that you had a library app. So, if you can't have your student orientation team, mention the app, it would be, a great time to make sure that if you have video displays that, oh, look, the mobile apps, being obviously like promoted right here, and just kind of like have little like banners or posters available for your, these incoming freshmen to see easily. Another option is going to be some of these like first year writing seminar or, initial English classes that kind of help them learn how to research and write, because we don't have a lot of that education coming from high schools. And so, these these first year's classes are helping them build their researching kind of education. And so we have one library that actually has a library staff member that comes as like a guest speaker to all of these first year courses, and not only introduces the students to how to use the library, how to use these resources, they also say, hey, by the way, we have this app, and guess what? All those resources we just discussed are available on your phone now. And then finally, another way that you can use to help promote your library would be if you have like a monthly newsletter. So just kind of like add a little blurb that says, download our app here. So that's a pretty basic overview on how to market your academic library app. Just as a quick reminder, in 2 weeks from now, I'll be hosting a webinar that will go over soon to be updated search filters, which I'm super excited about. I gave you a nice little snippet down there in the left. And following that, I'll also have a webinar that with some guest attendees that kind of give you a few insights on, how these libraries are using their mobile apps. And then you can register for these webinars by visiting boopsie.com/customer-webinars. And we'll also have the recordings available on that site as well. And that's all I have for today's webinar on intro marketing for your academic library app. I wanted to thank you again for taking the time to attend today's webinar. I'm just going to go pop over in the corner to see if we have any questions. And as a reminder, if you don't get the chance to ask now, definitely feel free to contact us at sales@boopsie.com. All right, so I don't have any questions today. So I'll let you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you for attending.